You've seen the snow, flake after flake, pile up on our roads. You've seen the salt trucks plowing those roads. But have you ever seen this on a night like this?
Sidewalks were plowed, I'd be on the sidewalk.
But the snow is too thick on the sidewalks, so Glenn Kime is forced to ride his bike on the road. In all kinds of weather, Glenn rides his bike every day down busy Michigan Avenue in Saginaw just to get to work. Like the hills.
I'm just thankful to be working right now.
And his bike is his only way of transportation to get him to his job 5 miles from home.
Oh yeah, it's good, it's peaceful, it's time to myself.
Glenn keeps lights on the front and back of his bike so motorists can see him, and he admits he works up a sweat in this weather. He keeps his feet warm with trash bags. You may be thinking, poor guy, but Glenn doesn't want your pity. To him, he's just thankful for what he does have.
Well, what I went through about 7 months ago.
What'd you go through?
Oh, I was homeless. I lived in the missionary for a while.
He even took us back to the missionary, a place he used to call home.
First time I was there and the last time I went.
Once the face of the homeless, but not anymore.
I went from here, got my own place, and riding the bike. I mean, it's better to have a job than no job at all.
For Selena Nobilo, being the wife of a PGA player means being an understanding woman.
You just have to try and be supportive and be there and, make the most normal life as you can.
Being the wife of Frank Nobilo means a lot of traveling, but for Selena, that's life.
My life on tour is pretty much like my life at home, except for instead of doing our washing in my laundry room, I go to the laundromat.
But there's something Selena does on tour that she wouldn't be doing if she were home.
And the Tour Wives Association is the wives of all the tour players or their spouses, mothers, sisters, anybody can join as long as they're related to a tour player in some way.
It's a group that helps raise between $200,000 and $400,000 for local charities throughout the tour.
Well, here on Tuesday we went to the Whaley Children's Centre and we took some wives there and we visited there and then we played with the kids.
How do they raise the money? They have special golf tournaments throughout the year, and they sell A Taste of the Tour, a cookbook with finger-licking recipes from famous moms like Tita Woods.
Evidently she's a wonderful cook, so she has a fried rice recipe, a Thai fried rice recipe, and then a seafood recipe in there. And
for just $20, you can bake and cook like a pro, or at least cook like the wife, mother, or grandmother of a pro.
It's a way for us to give back to the local community who put so much into the golf tournaments.
For Obed Thompson, it was like the world was stacked against him.
I came from bad grades in school.
He was raised on the rough side of town.
My father was never around. He was incarcerated and stuff like that.
With a father in jail, 11 siblings, and failing grades, Obed wasn't sure what to make of life. In fact, life was so bad, it was better being homeless than going home.
I really want to go home to my parents' house because in the neighborhood and the things that goes on and stuff like that, it's a bad environment for me, and I knew I can get caught up in a lot of things.
What was it that said, hey, I can't do this, I gotta turn my life around here?
Besides my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, it had to be my godmama, Pamela Jordan.
Pamela Jordan, the one woman who took the time to care and love for a child most people wrote off.
She was like my mom. She say, do this, Obi, do this, Obi, do that. I do it right away because that's mama. Mama telling me to do this.
What she told him was always stay in school and never give up.
I can hear her telling me Obi, don't do that. Obi, you got to get up, go to school.
Pamela died last year of heart complications.
She passed away. I'm starting to get emotional about it right now, just talking about it.
It's okay.
And when she passed away, it was a crush for me. Everything just was closing in. I was like, oh, mom's gone. And I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what to do. I don't know which way to go.
But her voice and her message are heard by Obed every day. He says he still feels her. So much so, he's turned his life around. He was recently nominated Prom King, Homecoming King, was on the Buena Vista State Champ basketball team, all while getting A's and B's in the classroom. Obed graduates in 2 weeks. He's the first of his 11 siblings to do so.
This for all my brothers and sisters, for the ones that was before me that didn't graduate and stuff like that. I'm walking across the stage for them too. it's for all of us.
If you could say one thing to Pamela right now, what would it be?
If I can say one thing to Pamela Jordan, I'll say I'm mad that she left. I'm a little mad that you left, Miss J, but I love her, and I just want to say that I thank you to everything that she put into me.
Fierce winds, pounding rain, the two combined is enough to tear any town apart.
It just got really dark and the clouds were just swirling and just like you couldn't see anything in the distance.
The storm's wrath darkened the sky and left its mark for everyone to see. Once the winds died down and sunlight came out, the humming chainsaws replaced sounds of knocking branches and blowing debris.
Well, what did you think when you first saw it?
Didn't know what to think.
I was amazed.
Yeah.
I was amazed that the whole house didn't go.
Glenda and Mark Van Straight were watching television when they heard the news the storm was coming right towards them. But they didn't expect it to make itself at home in their home.
Yeah, and then I did. I looked all around through the windows and everything and seen all the trees, and then I came out here and found this.
A tree slammed right into Mark's son's bedroom, tearing apart everything inside. Down the road, folks cope with the aftermath of twisted branches and work to fix a mangled mess of their neighborhood.
Consider yourself, I mean, this doesn't look
This is a blessing.
all that bad. It's a blessing.
This is a blessing, yeah. This tree needed trimming. It did, seriously.
So that was the way to do it?
Yeah.
Luckily, no one was injured in Chesaning, and luckily, this village is so tightly knit, everybody who needs help is getting it. For News 5 Wake Up, I'm Katie O'Mara.